Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are attempting to decode something seriously fascinating, the actual step-by-step process of manifestation. Now listen, if you're expecting a conversation full of typical woo-woo fluff, we're actually going a completely different route today. We are stripping away the pseudoscience to look at exactly how the brain, our biology, and physics all intersect to help you create your reality. So let's dive right in with a question I want you to really ask yourself right now. What if manifestation isn't magic, but actual neuroscience? I know, it's completely natural to be a little skeptical when you hear the word manifestation, but what if your ability to shape your life literally has nothing to do with waiting for the universe to magically drop things in your lap, and everything to do with how you actively program your own mind? Today, we're building a scientifically grounded blueprint to show you exactly how to do just that. The absolutely crucial point to understand here is this. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. This foundational concept fundamentally shifts our focus. You see, the process of manifestation isn't about wishing for a new car or a better job or the perfect relationship from a place of lacking those things. It's about fundamentally changing your internal state of being to match the reality you actually want to experience. And to get us to that new state of being, here's the clear, actionable roadmap we're going to follow in this explainer. First, we'll look at science, not woo-woo. Then, rewiring your core identity. Next, entering the heart mode. From there, we'll break down the manifestation formula. And finally, we'll explore the power of non-resistance. All right, let's jump right into step 1. Science, not woo-woo, physics and the brain. We have to begin by validating that manifestation is actually built on the realities of quantum mechanics. Take the observer effect, for example. In quantum physics, scientists discovered that the mere act of conscious observation causes a wave of infinite potential to literally collapse into a specific particle form. So, what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means your focused attention collapses reality. Think of the quantum field kind of like a massive radio dial. Every possible version of you, including the most abundant, successful, and joyful versions, already exists as a potential frequency. You aren't creating that reality from scratch, you're just tuning your focus to it. But here is the major biological hurdle we all face: the default mode network, or DMN. This is the network in your brain that lights up when your mind just wanders. It's entirely responsible for your internal narrative. For most of us, ever since childhood, this network has been super busy laying down bricks of negative self-talk, basically building us a mental prison. It's kind of like that inner roommate that never pays rent and only complains. It creates this endless loop of past baggage and victimhood that constantly blocks our true potential. Well, unless we learn to consciously rewire it. Which brings us right to phase 2, rewiring your core identity, the inner landscape. If we truly want to change our physical world, we've got to start with the filing cabinet of our mind. Ask yourself, what version of yourself are you observing every single day? Remember that observer effect? If you're constantly looking at yourself through the lens of an outdated victim story, or, focusing on how you failed in the past, well, that is the exact reality you keep collapsing into existence. Are you identifying with your past trauma, or are you observing your infinite future potential? Think of your mind like an apartment that's just filled to the brim with old junk. If someone tries to deliver beautiful, brand new furniture, you literally can't even get it through the front door. There's just no space. To manifest a new reality, you absolutely must let go of past energy to create that space. You've got to stop the victimhood narrative. You have to release attachments to past traumas. You need to shift your internal self-image. And honestly, most importantly, you have to give yourself permission to change and become a completely new, totally unrecognizable version of yourself. Next up, section 3. Entering the heart mode, your biological state. According to Stanford neurosurgeon Dr. Jim Doty, there's a massive difference between the two states your nervous system can operate in. On one side, we've got fear mode. This is your sympathetic nervous system, your classic fight, flight, or freeze response. When you operate from a place of scarcity, stress, and just desperate attachment to an outcome, you're locked in fear mode. And your brain actually shuts down its highest cognitive functions. But on the right, we have heart mode. This is your parasympathetic nervous system. It's characterized by calm, deep connection, abundance, and a real desire to be of service. True manifestation and cognitive alignment can literally only happen in heart mode. So why is the heart so important here? Just look at this number, 5,000. Science shows that the heart's electromagnetic field is actually 5,000 times stronger than the brain's. No way, right? but we are biologically wired as human beings for compassion, love, and connection. When you combine a really clear intention in your mind with an elevated emotion like gratitude or love in your heart, you create this incredibly powerful, coherent signal that actually changes your physiology and how you interact with the entire world. Okay, so we understand the physics, we've cleared out the mental junk, and we are biologically in heart mode. How do we put this all together? Let's look at Section 4, the manifestation formula. Steps to encode the subconscious. Here are the exact physical steps Dr. Doty recommends for taking an intention and deeply, deeply embedding it into your subconscious mind. First, write your intention down using a physical pencil. That tactile physical movement is absolutely key. Second, read it silently to yourself. Third, read it aloud. And fourth, visualize it vividly. And do this repeatedly. By engaging multiple senses, you're laying down brand new neural pathways. This signals to your subconscious that this intention is super important, which then activates your brain's task-positive network. And suddenly, your brain acts like a bloodhound, just effortlessly noticing all the opportunities in your environment that align with your goal. Now, let's combine that with this channeled 5-step mechanism from Bashar, which focuses really heavily on action in the physical world. Step 1, follow your passion. That feeling of excitement is actually your higher mind communicating with you. Step 2, take physical action on that passion as far as you possibly can until you literally can't go any further. Step 3, completely drop all expectations of what the outcome should look like. Step 4, stay in a positive state, even if reality temporarily looks like something you don't prefer. And Step 5, continuously clear out your limiting fear-based beliefs. This physical action formula is perfectly designed to trigger absolutely mind-blowing synchronicities in your daily life. To really support these formulas, you kind of have to literally brainwash yourself into your new identity. So here are some real-world tools you can implement today to stay aligned. Write affirmations on your mirrors with markers. Leave sticky notes all around your house. Create visual mood boards so your physical space matches your goals. Engage in deep gratitude journaling, like list 40 things you're grateful for every single morning to force your brain out of its natural threat detection mode. And practice brain-heart coherence meditations to constantly sync up your thoughts with your heart's powerful electromagnetic field. And that brings us to Section 5, the power of non-resistance, the final paradox. You're doing all the work, you're taking the action, you're setting the environment, but there is one final step that truly makes or breaks the entire process. It's the ultimate manifestation equation. Desire plus non-resistance equals the desired result. When we want something badly, our natural instinct is to hustle, to stress, and to aggressively force the outcome. But trying to control everything out of fear creates massive biological and energetic resistance. The universe isn't rewarding your frantic effort, it's responding to your fearful state of being. Hustling from a place of fear just keeps you permanently stuck in the gap of not having what you want. This quote frames the control paradox perfectly. The moment you no longer need anything is actually the moment you become magnetic to everything. I mean, really think about that. Surrendering your desperate attachment to the outcome is what actually aligns you with your goals. When you stop trying to wrestle the problem to the ground, you relax. You become highly intuitive. You drop into that heart mode we just talked about. And from that beautifully relaxed state, you take inspired, intelligent action that actually yields real results. I want to leave you with this final provocative question. Are you ready to let go of the outcome so you can finally receive everything? You now have the blueprint. You know the science. You know you have to clear out your mental living room, reprogram your subconscious, step into heart mode, and follow the formula. But the absolute final key is trusting the process enough to surrender control. Step out of your mental prison, align your biology, and just watch how reality reorganizes itself around you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I am so excited for you to take this knowledge, apply it, and truly transform your reality.